Hey, my lovies. Hello, hello. So I'm coming in here for a quick little visit tonight because your ghosties have actually been flooding me, rushing into me all day, knowing that I was going to see you all tonight. So I'm just here for a minute though, or like a few minutes, because I just wanted to let you guys know that everybody in heaven, all of your passed on loved ones, are with you on Christmas. It is true that Christmas, more accurately solstice, is a bit of a portal. So is Halloween. They really are. These festivals are so like rooted in, and they surround earth festivals, and we take them and we center them around spirituality and religion and tradition, which is lovely. I love that for us. They do open seasonally, like more activity from ghosts. So your ghosties are saying, here we are, Ace of Pentacles, here is your gift. Here is your gift. Here's your gift from me to you. Merry Christmas. If you don't hear from your ghostie tonight, just know that they are there. Sit quietly while we sit together. Close your eyes, open up your body to receive the indications. When you get chills, yes, that is your ghostie. When you do that, yes, that is your ghostie. When you get goosebumps, when a song comes on the radio, yes, that is your ghostie talking to you. And someone here doesn't believe me. Someone here says, that's not true because I can't see them. That's okay. You don't have to believe in ghosties. That's totally fine. I don't mind one bit. If anybody would like to comment, you can leave a comment and I can speak to your person. But all of your loved ones are here. Everywhere I go today, I'm like, man, everybody, the ghosties all want to talk. The spirit realm wants to talk to you. I'm reading somebody's mind who's here, who's not usually here. I have somebody on who doesn't usually watch my mediums, and they're saying, what an idea for a job. They're saying, I don't believe her. I can't see ghosts. And then they're saying, what an idea for a job. So I don't know who you are, but I can read your mind. Somebody has quite a lot of anxiety and sorrow about their loved one. And I don't know, I guess it's like, I'm not here to convince anybody, just believe. I'm not here to do that, but your ghosties speak for themselves. All right, does anybody want to ask for a specific person? Maybe I can't see comments, can I? Maybe I can't. If you commented and I didn't see it, send me a message. The cards are saying, hold on. Okay, hi Jade, how are you? There's a young man coming through for somebody. It's a male who died when they were young. And they are coming through to say, I just want to say I love you. And they are saying that they are at peace and that they cannot see their burdens anymore. Okay? and it's somebody who you were on a team with, or you collaborated with them, but I think it was a sports team. This person was like, I would say under 30. If anybody would like to hear from a certain ghostie, let me know. There is a father-daughter pair as well showing out. Father-daughter. So I would say that the daughter is still living and the father is passed. The daughter is young. Kristen? I'd say that's you, my sweet. Kristen, how old were you when your dad passed? Can you tell me that? Oh my gosh. The cards are flying around. Flying. It's like they're ghosts. They're embodying the ghosts. That is amazing, Kristen. But how old were you when he died? I'm interested. Okay. Do you have any children, Kristen? Your dad wants to tell you that you're beautiful, and he doesn't want you talking to any boys. So I think he's remembering when you were a young girl, though. When you were a young girl, you were so pretty, he didn't want you talking to any boys. And maybe he's saying that to his granddaughter. I'm not too sure. But look at him. He's saying, don't you talk to my pretty girl. Look. There's another. Who are your children? Tell me the genders of your children and their ages, please. And do you have any siblings? Guys, I always ask more questions than I answer. I tell you guys that all the time. I ask more questions than I answer. Just live with it. I'm foolish. I'm nosy, see? I gotta know. I don't want to just deliver the message to you. I want to know it all. Yes! Okay. So I think he's also saying that your daughter probably looks like you. But here's this is very sweet. The pictures he gave me for the boy and girl. The boy is a little dragon and the girl's a little fox. Okay, cute. I don't know who he's actually referring to, but what I think he was remembering you when you were young, and then I think he was comparing you to your daughter. And anyway, message being, don't you talk to my pretty girl. That's what he's saying. Dad, what do you want to say to your twin daughters? I don't know if there's a boy who has a crush on somebody at this time, but he's remembering it that way. If it's not currently happening, it's from his memory. What would you like to say to the twin daughters? My cards are flying as if they have a life of their own. I can't find that one. I'll try to find it later. He said keep trying. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I'm not going to keep trying. I can't. I've been paid. I just got out from the gym and I broke my knees at the gym. Your dad is really mad at me. No, the people with the crushes were young. They were jacks. So he's either remembering you as a child with a crush, people having crushes on you, or it's young people in your life. He's telling you to make sure you're nice to your husband, okay, Kristen? Did he really favor your husband? Did he ever meet your husband? He wants me to find that card. I can't find it, Dad. Hang on. He's very persistent. Yeah, he wants you to know he really wanted me to find this. He wants you guys to make sure that you have locks on your doors and alarms. He wants you to be having a security system or something. This is a very Dad message. Like, if he went to your house, he'd be testing your locks to make sure your locks are okay. So he wants to make sure your security system is good, your locks on your house are good. And he says, look, this is so nice. Yeah, he doesn't like you being home alone, Kristen. Look, I would actually be careful of this because he's showing me, he's showing me somebody who would steal in a way. And I think he wants you to be extra careful about that, okay? It might actually be a serious thing. Keep your doors locked. Don't be afraid though. He's like, so when those messages come out, he just really doesn't want you home by yourself. He says you're too pretty to stay home by yourself. He thinks you're the prettiest thing he ever saw in his life. Well, you are. To him, you are. Look at you and the babies. You got to take care of your kids. You're too pretty to stay home alone. Does your husband work away or something? What was I going to say? Oh, has there? Okay. So what I was going to say is when those messages come out, it actually means that you need to be less afraid than you were before because your dad is giving you a heads up about it. So he's not saying that you will be robbed, but he's saying if you make sure your doors are locked and your security alarm is good, then you won't be, right? Okay. Then this is for the daughters. So now he's ready to talk. He has a lot to say, by the way. I'm going to have to just spend my whole night with him. For his 3 daughters, please. He wants to say something to the 3 daughters. Oh, did you? Yeah, he wants his 3 daughters to make sure you, do you have a safe for putting your valuables in? He wants to know. Yeah, he's repeating the same thing over and over. Kristen, are you guys having a Christmas party in your neighborhood? Like a cul-de-sac party? Or something where neighbors go around, or mummering. Is this mummering? He's trying to tell me about mummering. Is anybody mummering? You might get someone. He says, I'm watching you like a hawk. You're having people on the 23rd. There's somebody coming to your house that he's not a fan of. And he says, I'm watching you like a hawk. To this person. I don't know who the person is. But the person, if you're having a crowd over, there's going to be someone. And your dad sees him as a mummer. He's like, that old mummer, I'm keeping an eye on you. I don't know. Look, he's a joker. He's going to steal your apples. He showed me this same card over and over. The Joker. Okay, Dad. Kristen, what do you want to say to him? And he's like, yep. Something about this guy. He doesn't like him. Do you want to say anything to your dad, Kristen? Now, After Kristen, I want Kimberly's dad. Kimberly's dad is here. He misses you too, my sweet. He keeps giving me the 2 of hearts. He loves you so much, and he thinks you're so beautiful. Like, he just looks down on you from heaven, and he's like, how is she so beautiful? I swear. But he says, stop fighting with your husband. Stop fighting with your husband. He's right there with you. You can always talk to him. No. All right, what do you want to say about the little boy? Up? Aww. Do you know what he says? Do you not have a brother? He says he's the son he never had. He says, my wish come true. That little boy is my wish come true. The little boy is going to be successful. I don't know if he plays sports yet, or he's going to have success in his life. And Pop really watches over him a lot. He really does. He has special, I'm going to call it favoritism. But I think it will be obvious to you that he doesn't love your husband more than he loves you. But he holds a special place in his heart, your husband does, and so does your son. Like, he does really have a special interest in them, probably because he just never had sons himself, right? Yeah. So Pop is not really missing out on your son, because he's very involved in his energy, and I think he kind of blesses him. Like, he's pretty much his special guardian angel. So he's still here. He says, I'm not going anywhere. And Kristen, I gotta tell you, he would talk all night. He's telling me I'm not done yet. And he's very persistent. I don't know if he just is stubborn or something, but he's like, he made me find that card. He's like, no, you gotta find that card that flew. I'm gonna have to put you to bed now, Pop. Sorry. What's his name, Kristen? That might be why. Your dad's name. Tell me why. And he says, I'm just like my father. Just like my father, he says. He's with his father. That's funny. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, he's Gary too. There's another Gary around me. Okay, Gary. So yeah, your dad is with his dad. Now, he's joking about this, but he says, I'm just like me father, and he says, me father got me drove up here in heaven. Because I think his dad was a bit critical of him, and he kind of nagged him a lot, and he said, Dad got me nagged to death up here. But he's joking about that, and he continually gives me the 2 of hearts for you, okay, Kristen? Now, listen, my darling. I don't say this very often, but if you ever want to book a reading, there's a lot to tell you. I feel like there's a lot. So, keep in touch, okay? Gary, Kristen is just sending you lots of love. She really misses you, okay? He says thank you. He appreciates that he's like, thanks for sticking with me. Now, Kimberly. Your dad is talking to me. He's like, remember my name. He's like, what's my name? Remember my name. Starts with a J. Joe Hines. Is it Joe? Starts with a J, right? Kimberly? You're welcome, my sweet. I don't know if there's someone around me watching me because they keep giving me this same sneaky eye card. Kimberly, you still watching? Is it Joe? I've lost his name, Kimberly. I lose names, guys. I'm so... Joe. Perfect. I didn't lose his name. He was saying to me, he was like, remember my name. Remember my name. He's like, you can do it. It's right on the tip of your tongue. I didn't lose it. I knew it was Joe. Okay, Joe, we got you now. Kimberly, this is odd, but what he's saying to you, he says, don't tell anyone where you're going. Does that make sense? Don't tell anyone where you're going. Now, that might just be simple as if you're going out to buy Christmas gifts or something. It makes sense? Okay. And I have 2 of your children showing here, and it looks like your children, it says put the children on the TV. I'll just leave it like that. He said put the children on the TV. I don't know if he means to give them a video game. I know your children are older. Give them a video game or turn on a movie or put their pictures up on a screen maybe. You know how sometimes you sit around as a family and you can put pictures on the TV to look at them? I'm not exactly sure which he's referring to. But he says, don't tell anyone where you're going. And he says, put the children on the TV. Okay? And he says, I love you. He's describing himself in a way I haven't quite heard him describe himself this way. He's calling, maybe it's not himself, he's calling someone raggedy. I don't think he'd say that about himself. Because when I've heard from him before, he has a lot of pride. He always kind of had, I would say, took a lot of pride in himself. But he's calling somebody raggedy. Pics on the TV, okay. But it's a 2 of Cups situation. I don't know if your husband, if you and your husband go out on a date and your husband dresses bad, he might be saying that. Or he might be saying, like, no matter how tattered and torn I was, I always loved you. And it might be both. Whichever way, it's a 2 of Cups situation. And it's like this raggedy king gives a lot of love. And maybe he just feels like, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if he sees me with my red lipstick on and he's like, oh, I just showed up in me old work clothes. That's more like him. I feel like that's more exactly what it is, because he would have, like, if he saw me wearing red lipstick, he'd be like, oh, I should have dressed up more, because he really takes a lot of pride in himself. So I think it's more like he feels like he came to a Christmas party and he just wore his old work clothes. He didn't dress up for the Christmas party. I think that's exactly what it is. Now he's referring to closing the window. but it's more than closing the window, it's blocking off the window. So I think he's telling you to like batten down the hatches. I don't know if you guys have wind coming or rain or anything, but he's saying batten down the hatches. Thank you, Joe. What else? Anything else in closing? Joe talks to me very freely because I've talked to Joe before. He's just having full-on conversations with me in his head, and he's saying yes, he felt like, he was like, oh, I came to a Christmas party, she got on her red lipstick and I felt like raggedy the way I showed up here. Guys, they keep giving me this Joker card. Both of the dads did. Over and over. Okay, thanks for coming in, Joe. Let's say goodnight to Kimberly and the family. Yeah, he says, okay, good night. Four of Swords is going to bed now. Four of Swords is going to sleep or rest. So I said, that's so cute. I said, let's say goodnight to Kimberly, and he said, okay, good night. All right, guys, let me do one more. I'll do whoever I'm pulled to. I really, truly do have all your ghosties. They're all so present for you guys at Christmas. Going around the tree, putting on the ornaments. Olivia, you want to hear from your dad? He's standing out to me. Who has a headache, Liv? Is Christmas at your house really stressful, Liv? Your dad says, what a headache. And do you have company over at this time? Like James's friends? Or if it's not tonight, it's coming over at some time or something. Your dad is like a bit, he says, what a headache. Like, it just seems like you have so many social events and so much on your plate that Christmas doesn't feel very enjoyable. I think you do love seeing the people. But dad is just like, holy shit, he's saying. Holy shit. Yep, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Holy shit, that's a lot, he says. Did you buy a lot of presents as well? Like a lot of presents under the tree. That's a lot. It's all a lot. He's like, holy shit, that's a lot. There is generosity and there is traveling. And I don't know if you guys would be traveling for sports at this time. 6-6 is, he wants you to stay home if you can. 6-6 says focus on the home, focus on your immediate family. Olivia, are you serious? See, that's going to cause you to overshop, right? Are you serious? Girl, you got no time. You poor soul. So do you have to go to St. John's still? Holy shit. He says, Olivia, you're smarter than that. He's like, where'd you get that idea? He says the kids will be fine. And he says, I love you. What you need to know is the kids are going to be fine. It's not about the gifts. Olivia. Holy. You poor soul. Boys, where's her family? Someone show up for Olivia. Where's her family? Help. Now, your dad would love to see you stay home and not, like, he says the gifts don't matter. Okay? That's from him. That's from him. Okay. I'm causing drama here. Anyway, he's giving you 2 of Cups. But really, at the end, like the sixes was like, stay home, focus on the kids, focus on the family. The shopping doesn't matter. You guys know that. Queen of Pentacles, the mother. Your dad says you're such a good mom, Olivia. You're such a good mom. Did you breastfeed? You don't have to answer if you did, but you just seem like a breastfeeding mother, even if you don't still breastfeed them. He'd probably say something like they're still on your tit. He might be trying to get at that. Oh, you're so loving, Olivia. Your children love you so much, even if you don't see it. Oh my God. This is your grandmother. Didn't your grandmother... Is she still living? That would be your other grandmother, not his, I don't think. I just see, like, your... Who am I thinking about? I don't know. I might be thinking about the wrong family. If you have a grandmother in heaven, though, okay. One of your grandmothers especially is supporting you with the children. I don't know if she was able to when she was alive, one of your grandmothers. It feels like she may have helped you learn to breastfeed, or if she wasn't able, it was like she kind of like helped you from heaven in a way. Now, my grandmother talks to you too. And so let's see what Nanny Brown wants to say to you. We're just going wild here tonight. I'm going to close out after I hear. So Edmund is said what he needs to say, because then some grandmothers, Edmund is kind of like, okay, the grandmothers are entering the house, I better. Nanny Brown is telling you that you can do anything, okay? That's what she wants you to know. She says, Olivia, you can do anything, okay? That's from Nanny Brown. Nanny Brown is a really strong guardian angel, and you do have her on your side. She really is. She was a damn witch. And some people would say, yeah, she was a witch. And some people would see it as good or bad. You can do anything, Olivia. And she says, don't listen to them. Maybe she's talking about the ones who call her a witch. She says, don't listen to them. So I don't know if people try to convince you can't do stuff or whatever, but she says, don't listen to them. You can do anything. Okay? Okay, now Edmund is saying, yeah, she was, because you grew up like in her yard too. She knew all the little children on the street. Edmund is saying about generosity. And he says, you give more than you get. Olivia, he says, you're a gift. You are the gift. You are the gift to your family. And he says, Merry Christmas. Now, Edmund, you guys don't have to believe this or accept it or whatever, But Edmund is saying on behalf of all the dads in heaven, he's like, I'll say it on behalf of all the dads because we don't have time. But he says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Shine bright, guys. I'm sending you all so much love. Your loved ones are very much with you. Try not to give an F about buying shit at Christmas. That's not what it's about. Winter solstice is supposed to be a time of gathering, of sharing what you have. You're welcome, my angel. Sharing what you have. Not going out and getting more to give. It's sharing what you already have, which is love. Shine bright, everybody. Happy holidays.